Hello all of you, welcome to AMP Physics Zone. We have completed about plane mirror and now we will start curved mirrors. Spherical mirrors are also known as curved mirrors. Now why we need to study this? So you can check when plane mirror is there. So parallel beam of light when falls on the plane mirror, after reflection it will remain parallel. Okay, now if we want to converge or diverge the rays, then we need curved mirrors. So concave mirror and convex mirror. So these are the curved mirrors which can converge and diverge the parallel beam. Okay, so that is the need for study of spherical mirrors. Now spherical mirrors definition is: spherical mirror is the mirror whose reflecting surface is part of a hollow sphere of glass. So reflecting surface will be part of hollow sphere of glass. Okay. So spherical mirrors are of two type, concave and convex. So both you can see, these are the side views. Now first we will talk about concave mirror. So we can see, so part of hollow sphere. Now if outer surface is coated, silvery coated or painted after coating with silver, then inner surface will become reflector. So this type of mirror is called concave mirror. Okay, so concave mirror is that spherical mirror in which reflection of light take place at concave surface, or we can say bent in surface, or we can say curved inward surface. Okay, example is spoon. So this is the example of concave mirror. Okay, this is another example, so we will not talk about this one right now. So this will be concave. Okay, so inner shiny surface of steel spoon is an example of concave mirror. So actually concave mirror will be circular in shape, so we can check here, it is circle. Okay, so when it is viewed from top or bottom it will be circular, but same circle when we view from side it will become curved like this. It will become curved like this. So one side will be reflection. Okay, so that is side view. So that you should remember, while drawing ray diagram we will use only side view. Now convex mirror. So instead of coating silver on outer surface, if silver is coated in inward surface, then it will become convex mirror. So convex mirror is that spherical mirror in which the reflection of light take place at convex surface, that is bulging out surface or curved outward surface. So in this case you can check, this is example of convex mirror. So backside of shining steel spoon is example of convex mirror. Both the mirror. Okay, right now there are two mirrors here also. So this is convex and this is concave. Okay, that you know how, why I am telling this, that you will know afterwards. So both the spherical mirrors works on the principle of reflection of light. Okay, so if we want to explain these two mirrors, then we can use principle of reflection of light. So this is how the sphere is the spherical mirrors are made. So hollow sphere of glass is taken, then from that a small piece sphere is cut, as you can see here, the diagram which is at the bottom. So this is how the spherical mirrors are formed. Then coating will be done either inward or outward. So if outward coating is done, so reflection will be inward, that is called concave mirror, and if coating is done inward, then reflection will be outward surface, so that is called convex mirror. Okay, now basic terms related to spherical mirrors. So first is pole. So pole is nothing but center of the reflecting mirror. Okay, whether it is concave or convex, both will have pole, that is center of the mirror. Okay, second is center of curvature of the mirror. Center of curvature of mirror is center of the sphere from which mirror is made. Center of the sphere from which mirror is made is called center of curvature of the mirror. Okay, then comes radius of curvature. This will be the third one. So radius of the sphere from which mirror is made is called radius of curvature of the mirror. Okay, radius of the hollow sphere from which mirror is made is called radius of curvature for the mirror. Then comes principal axis. So line joining center of curvature and pole is called principal axis. Line joining center of curvature and pole is called principal axis. So these are the terms which we can see in the diagram. So I have explained that. So this is the example of image of the mirror, concave mirror. So this is how it look like actually. So actually 3D. So while using ray diagram, we will take only side view. Right now you can see the rotating bowl. So actually it is not mirror, but actually it will be of this shape. Okay, as it is hollow, so no material will be there here also. Okay, here also no material will be there. So side view of this mirror we can draw like this. This is side view. So for ray diagram we will use only side view. So these are I have already told. Okay, you can note it down from this. This also I have told. Aperture. Now aperture is portion of the mirror from which reflection of light actually take place. Okay, the part of mirror from which light gets reflected is called aperture. In our case, we will take aperture as diameter of the reflecting surface. Now you should know that when the mirror is seen from, not from the side, but front or back, if we see, it will be circular. So aperture will be this distance, so which is diameter of the circle. Okay, so it means diameter of the reflecting surface or reflecting mirror. That is called aperture. Okay. Principal focus. Now it can be defined for both the mirrors separately. So first we will take concave mirror. So ray which is coming parallel to principal axis. So this will be the normal. So you should remember that normal to curved mirror. How to draw normal for a curved mirror? So normal is the line joining center of curvature and surface of the mirror. Normal is the line joining center of curvature and point on the surface of the mirror. Now you can use law of reflection. So this will be the reflected ray. Instead of one ray, we will take multiple rays which are coming parallel to each other and parallel to principal axis. So rays which are close and parallel to principal axis after reflection from concave mirror will converge to a point which is called principal focus. F, which is called principal focus F. Okay, it will converge at a point which is called principal focus. Now for convex mirror, so rays which are parallel same way, normal means line joining center of curvature and point on the surface of the mirror. So multiple parallel rays after falling on convex mirror, so after reflection they will diverge, appear to diverge from a point. So appear to diverge means we have to extend it back. So they are coming from this point. It is supposed that they are coming from this point. So they are appearing to diverge from a point which is called principal focus. Okay, appear to diverge means they are not actually diverging, but they are appearing to coming from point F. Okay, actually they are not coming from F, but they are appearing to coming from F. That is meaning of appear to diverge. Okay, now focal length, small f. So focal length is the distance between F and P. So distance between pole and principal focus is called focal length. Focal plane, this is extra. So focal plane is a plane perpendicular to principal axis and passing through principal focus. So if I draw a plane which is perpendicular to principal axis and passing through focus, it means this plane should be at 90 degree with the principal axis. Okay, so whenever parallel rays are coming to the mirror, after reflection it will fall on the focal plane. But if these parallel rays are parallel to principal axis, then they will exactly converge at point F. If they are not parallel to principal axis but only parallel to each other, then after reflection they will converge to a point which lie on the focal plane. Hope till this everything is clear. If not, you can rewind and see it back. Now for plane mirror, if we check, then the rays will neither converge or nor diverge. Okay, as we have seen in the beginning of the lecture. So parallel beam falling on the plane mirror will remain parallel after reflection. Okay, it means focal length of plane mirror can be considered to be infinity, which means very large distance. Okay, so this is about plane mirror. So in case of plane mirror, focal length will be infinity, that you have to remember. So we will keep till this. Thank you. Please like the video and subscribe the channel.